How's it going, everybody? I want you to be free from the concerns of this life. An unmarried man can spend his time doing the Lord's work and thinking how to please him. But a married man has to think about his earthly responsibilities and how to please his wife. They're all very true. His interests are divided. Very true. The flesh becomes a little greater. Um, in the same way, a woman who is no longer married or has never been married can be devoted to the Lord and holy in body and spirit. But a married woman has to think about earthly responsibilities and how to please her husband. I am saying this for your benefit, not to place restrictions on you, but I want you to do whatever helps you serve the Lord the best, as with few distractions as possible. But if a man thinks that he's treating his fiance improperly and will inevitably give in his to his passion, let him marry her as he wishes. It is not a sin. But if he has decided firmly not to marry and there is no urgency and he can control his passion, he does well not to marry. So the person who marries his fiance does well, and the person who doesn't marry does even better. A wife is bound to her husband as long as he lives. If her husband dies, she is free to marry anyone else she wishes, but only if he loves the Lord. That's the equally yoked situation. No reason to read that into King James. That was very straightforward. Let's finish up Daniel 6, and we'll get into two verses of Daniel 7. And the king commanded and brought those men which had accused Daniel, and they cast them into the den of lions, them, their children, and their wives. And the lions had the mastery of them, and brake all their bones in pieces, or ever they came at the bottom of the den. Then King Darius wrote unto all people, nations, and languages that dwell on the earth, peace be multiplied unto you. I make a decree that in every dominion of my kingdom men tremble and fear before the God of Daniel, for he is the living God and steadfast forever, and his kingdom that which shall not be destroyed, and his dominion shall be even unto the end. He delivereth and rescueth, and he worketh signs and wonders in heaven and in earth, who have delivered Daniel from the power of the lions. So this Daniel prospered in the reign of Darius the Mede and in the reign of Cyrus the Persian. So I think Darius the Mede and Nebuchadnezzar were both sheep. I think that through this process, um, Darius the Mede was also called. Where it says seven kings, five are fallen, I think the five that are fallen are the Antichrist and four others, and the two that are not fallen are these two. There are seven kings, five are fallen, and one is. So some people would say that's seven kings, five are fallen of the seven, and one is. Well, then they're saying that's talking about the Antichrist. So there's two different ways to look at it. If that's confusing, and it might be, uh, and you want to learn more, just ask in the comments, and I'll get right on it. I'll do more of a visual detail of what I'm talking about. In the first year of Belshazzar, the king of Babylon, Daniel had a dream and visions upon his head upon his bed. Then he wrote the dream and told the sum of the matters. Daniel spake and said, I saw in my vision by night, and behold, the four winds of heaven strove upon the great sea. I love you very much. Ask questions anytime. That's what I'm here for.